Welcome again with the new editorial, and the headline is The Kissa of Basmati. So, as you know, Basmati rice, it is the rice for fit for kings. But today, these grains of rice are the center of a fresh fight between bitter rivals India and Pakistan. As the European Union gets set to pronounce whether to give geographical indications tag to India's Basmati rice, we explored the history of a grain that transcends human boundaries. So, the reason India applied for an exclusive geographical indications tag to Indian origin basmati rice with the European Union Council on Quality Scheme for Agricultural and Foodstuffs. The applications was published in an official European Union journal on September 11, 2020 after clearing internal evaluations. In India, basmati cultivation is dictated by geography. There is a basmati growing region, one which includes the state and the territories of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Uttarakhand, and Uttar Pradesh. The cold weather of this region is suitable for basmati cultivation. So, what does Pakistan have to do with all this? Well, apparently, Pakistan too has a basmati belt. The Kalar Wall, a tract of land in the interfluve between the Ravi and the Chenab rivers, comprising the Narowal, Sialkot, Gujranwala, Hafizabad, and Sekhupura district in Punjab province, which is located in Pakistan. Turns out that India has a 65% share in the global basmati market, while Pakistan has the rest. In fact, Pakistan's export to the European Union have almost doubled over 3 years since permissible levels of pesticides on imported agricultural products to the bloc were reduced in 2018, while India has repeatedly failed the test. So, basmati is an export item for both India and Pakistan. In 2019-20, India produced 7.5 million tons of basmati, of which 61% was exported, earning the country's 31025 crores, according to the Union Ministry of Commerce and Industry. According to the Pakistan Bureau of Statistics, the country exported 0.89 million tons of basmati in 2019-20. If India gets the GI tag, Pakistan would be effectively kept out of the European market for basmati rice, even though it is a major producer. So now we are going to discuss some history of basmati rice. So basmati rice is most likely of medieval region. The history and folklore of basmati rice is an academic paper published last year in the Journal of Cereal Research. It was written by Subhash Chandra, Uma and Siddharth Ahuja. Subhash Chandra Ahuja is a retired plant pathologist from the Rice Research Station, Chaudhry Charan Singh Haryana Agricultural University in Kaul, Haryana. Uma Ahuja is a retired professor of genetics and plant breeding, College of Agriculture, Chaudhry Charan Singh Haryana Agricultural University in Kaul, Haryana. Siddharth Ahuja is from the Department of Pharmacology, Shahid Hassan Khan Mewati Government Medical College, Nalhar, Mewat, Haryana. In section 3.1 titled Historical Growing Areas, their paper reads, so the Ain-e-Akbari records cultivation of muskin in the subahs of Lahore, Multan, Allahabad, Oudh, Delhi, Agra, Ajmer and the Raisin area of Malwa Subah. Muskin, also called Lal Basmati, is the red husked variant of Basmati, though not as popular as the light golden husked variant today. The paper says it was popular in the kitchens of the Mughal emperors. Significantly, though, the paper reminds us that Basmati did grow in the Lahore and Multan province of Mughal Empire, which are today in present day Pakistan. Pakistan's claim over Basmati is strengthened by the fact that the first mention So Pakistan claim over Basmati is stranded by the fact that the first mention of the word Basmati is the popular tragic romance Heer Ranjha, written in 1766 or 1767 by the Punjabi Sufi Waris Shah. The academic paper range and limit of geographical indication scheme. The case of Basmati rice from Punjab, Pakistan is by French professor Georges Giraud. It was published in 2008 in the International Food and Agribusiness Management Review, Volume 11 and Issue 1. It mentions that the romance was translated into English in 1910 by Charles Frederick Usborne, a British Indian civil servant and a scholar of Punjabi. The second paragraph of chapter 16 of Usborne's The Adventure of Heer and Ranjha describes several food displayed for a wedding. It says, and I quote, all kinds of varieties of rice, even muski and basmati and musagir and begabi and sonpati. It is worth noting that Heer Ranjha is set in the town of Jhang on the east bank of the Chenab in Pakistan's Punjab. Ironically, this paragraph was cited by the Indian government while contesting Texas-based firm Rice Tech's attempt in the late 90s to appropriate Basmati rice. Even more ironically, India at the time was actively supported by the Pakistan government, but eventually succeeded in thwarting Rice Tech scheme. But even as the subcontinental twins squabble over Basmati, Indian farmers are increasing finding it hard to grow it. You know why? The reasons are many. In just 7 years, the price of Basmati has halved. Why? Because India's exports have been hit due to the pesticide controversy as well as US sanctions on Iran, a major importer. Exporters have not paid to rice mill owners, who in turn have reduced purchase of basmati from local cultivators. This then is the current status of our basmati farmers. Dayanand, a farmer of basmati from Ghumanhera village on the outskirts of Delhi, told that getting a GI tag from the European Union would not improve his or his peers' lot. Returning to the question of the GI tag, India and Pakistan have a bitter relationship, but the Republic of India was founded on the principle of fairness. Morality, fairness, and ethics dictate that India is on a sticky wicket as far as claiming basmati as entirely its own concerned. Our move may destroy Pakistan's basmati farmers, but will it improve the lot of our farmers? But in this time of hyper-nationalism, populism, and nativism, all such talk is anathema, sacrilege, and blasphemy. And lest anybody's sentiments are hurt after seeing this, I tender my apology, as author said. So let us see on December 10 on who actually owns it. Just sit back and enjoy your basmati born appetite.